Hello, my dear students. How are you today? I hope you are all good. Today, inshallah, we're going to start with the class composition in your pupils book, page 89. Then we're going to answer workbook exercises, page 78 and 79. So please open your books and listen and point with me. Let's start with our pupils book, page 89. Look at question number 1. بحكي لك read then talk about the picture. بدك تقرأ وتتحدث عن الصورة. Poma, the Inca messenger اللي هي رسول اللي لشعب الإنكاس اسمه Poma. Ran through the forest يعني ركض باتجاه الغابة. He came to a pool. وصل لبركة. What did he see؟ بيحكي لنا شو شاف. And what did he hear؟ وكمان إيش الإشي اللي سمعه. Okay, now look at the picture. What can you see in this picture? We have a boy and he is Poma, the Inca messenger اللي هو رسول الشعب الإنكاس. He is in the forest. هو واقف بالغابة and he is looking at the pool. We have some birds, some flowers, some trees in the picture. Now we're going to start writing the story. هلا بيحكي لنا continue the story يعني أكمل القصة. Write about this place in the forest. بدك تكتب عن المكان اللي وصل إله بوما بالغابة أو الغابة اللي وصل إلها بوما. كيف بدأ لنا الستوري؟ حكى لنا بوما ran along the road through the forest. The sun was high in the sky. When he came to a pool, he stopped for a moment because it was so beautiful. He could hear the water. It was falling into the pool. A small frog was sitting on a rock at the edge of the pool. Two colorful birds flew between the trees. They were red, yellow, green, and blue. Flowers were growing all around the pool. There were pink, red, and white flowers. More flowers were hanging from the trees. They were red and orange. Brightly colored butterflies were flying over the water. Poma could not stay. He turned away from the pool and ran on along the stone road. Now let's move to our workbook exercises. Look at the question number 1 in page 78. بيحكي لك Do you remember Poma, the king's messenger اللي هو الرسول تبع الملك. Find him in poster 8. بدك تبحث عنه بالبوستر أو الصورة number 8 رقم 8. Talk about the answers to these questions. بدك تتحدث عن إجابات هاي الأسئلة الموجودة عنا بالسؤال. Question number 1. Where is the king؟ أين كان الملك؟ Question 2. What is he doing؟ شو كان يعمل؟ What is he wearing؟ شو كان بيرتدي؟ شو كان لابس؟ What is the hall like؟ شو شبه الممر أو القاعة؟ What objects are in it؟ شو كانت الأشياء اللي موجودة داخل القاعة هاي؟ What are they like؟ شو بيشبهوا؟ كيف شكلهم؟ What people are with him؟ مين هم الناس اللي كانوا موجودين معاه؟ What are they holding؟ وإيش بيحملوا بإيدهم؟ And what are they wearing؟ وكمان شو بيرتدوا أو شو اللي بيلبسوا؟ This is the poster of Unit 8. We have a king and he's sitting on the throne. بيجلس على العرش. He is wearing headdress. بيرتدي أو بيلبس غطاء رداء على الرأس. Poma is sitting on the floor in front of the king. Poma قاعد على الأرض مقابل الملك. He is the messenger. هو الرسول. He is wearing a tunic. بيرتدي سترة. The guards are carrying swords and a shield. حاملين في إيديهم السيوف والدروع. And they are wearing helmets. بيرتدوا الخوذة. They are in the hall. هم موجودين في القاعة اللي استدعوا عليها بوما عشان يحكي مع الملك. كل هاي الأشياء المذكورة أو اللي حكينا عنها في البوستر هي عبارة عن أفكار أو إجابات بسيطة للأسئلة الموجودة عندنا بquestion number 1. Now question 2 بيحكي لنا think about the story, think of the answers of these questions, write some words. Question number 1 بيحكي لك Poma arrived at the king's palace. How did he feel? Write your ideas here. بيحكي لك وصل بوما إلى قصر الملك. How did he feel؟ يعني كيف كان شعوره؟ Maybe ممكن إني أحكي he felt very tired إنه شعر إنه حاله إنه هو كتير تعبان. Number 2 What did Poma see when he walked into the king's hall? لما مشى بوما في القاعة أو الغرفة اللي فيها الملك. What did he see؟ بحكي لك كمان write your ideas. ممكن أحكي إنه he saw the guards and he saw the king. شاهد الحراس وشاهد كمان الملك. And the king was sitting on a big throne. وكان الملك جالس على عرش كبير. Question number 3 بحكي لنا what did the king say to Poma؟ إيش حكى الملك لبوما؟ شو طلب منه؟ The king asked him about the message. سأله الملك عن الرسالة اللي كان قادم فيها أو حامل الرسالة هاي إلى الملك. بده يعرف شو هي هاي الرسالة. What did Poma say to the king؟ شو حكى له بوما للملك؟ حكى له yes I have a message for you. حكى له أنا في معي رسالة لإلك. Question number 5 بيحكي لنا was the king pleased? What did he say؟ هل كان الملك مسرور منه؟ He was pleased. Yes إنه كان الملك مسرور منه. What did he say؟ حكى له that's very interesting. يعني هذا الموضوع مشوق جدا إنك أنت جاي وجايب لي معك رسالة. He was excited. بسألكم بحكي لك هل was he angry or was he excited؟ هل هو كان angry غاضب or excited؟ He was excited. كان متحمس. Question 6 What did Poma feel and what did he say؟ إيش الشعور اللي حس فيه بوما وشو حكى؟ He was happy. كان سعيد لأنه أوصل الرسالة. And he said I remembered the important word, the important message. حكى إنه اتذكر الرسالة المهمة اللي كان مطلوب منه إنه يوصلها للملك. Okay, now let's move to page 79. بيحكي لنا composition practice. Finish the story about Poma. Use your ideas on page 78. بيحكي لك بدك تنهي القصة اللي بدأت فيها كتبتها عن بوما. بدك تستعمل كيف رح تكتب الفقرة؟ بدك تستعين بالأفكار اللي أنت كتبتها بصفحة 78. هلا نبلش لنا الباراجراف. كتب لنا at last Poma arrived at the king's palace. He felt كيف كان شعوره؟ hot and very tired. The king was in the big hall. When Poma walked into the hall, he saw the king. He was sitting on a huge gold chair. He wore an enormous headdress of green feathers. His white tunic was long and he had gold bands on his arms. In the room, there were lots of gold objects. There was gold on the walls, and there were colored rugs on the floor. Lots of soldiers were standing near to the king. They wore helmets and they had shields, spears and swords. كانوا حاملين في ايديهم الدروع والرموح والسيوف. They looked frightening. كان شكلهم يبدو إنه مخيف. The king said, "Have you got a message for me?" "Yes, I have," said Poma. He repeated the message to the king. The king was excited. "That is very interesting," he said. "I must speak to my soldiers." Poma was happy. I remembered the important message. He thought, but what will happen next? هون كتبنا الفقرة باستعمال الأفكار اللي حطيناها بصفحة 78 وبناء على الصورة اللي موجودة عندك بأعلى الصفحة.